Howdy folks, it's Bo Parker. This is what happens when you retire. You're between deer season and turkey season and the fish ain't biting. So I've got another poem for you. I hope it's a pleasant distraction from whatever's going on in your life right now. Before I get started too, there's a cuss word in this one. I'll give you a minute to get any children who are in the room out of the way. You don't want little sensitive ears to hear that. This is about a man who was a real positive influence in my life when I was growing up. If you were lucky, you had a man just like this in your life. It's called My Hero. If you'll lend an ear, I'll tell you a tale about a feller I once knew. He was the sort of guy everyone looked up to. Everybody respected him. He was just that kind of man. His word was good as gold, and his contract was his hand. He was for sure the fellow you wanted on your side in a fray. He never looked for trouble, but then he never shied away. He had arms as big as melons. He could break a man in half. He could stomp a mud hole in your butt, then buy you a beer and make you laugh. Everybody who met him, I think they'd all agree, you couldn't have no better friend or no worse enemy. I knowed I wanted to be like him right from the very start. He never met a stranger, and he had a Texas-sized heart. But somehow I stayed in trouble. I got in fights just for fun. Although looking back, I don't know why I lost more than I won. I remember the day he took my reins, and this is what he said. "Well, we're going to change your life around, for you're in jail or dead." Then he decided I'd go to work, and I showed up that first day. He knowed that I was trouble, but he took a chance anyway. He made my mom a promise he'd do his best to keep me straight and help me walk the narrow path and pass through that narrow gate. Now, before I ever met him, he was a rounder too, they say. I think I must have reminded him of his younger days. I never heard him boast or brag. That just weren't his style. When someone told the tale about him, he'd just shake his head and smile. They say he swam the Mississippi, all the way upstream, of course, and whenever he pitched horseshoes, he never took them off the horse. I heard he lassoed a tornado once just to prove it could be done. He hog-tied and branded a mountain lion just for fun. And no one could remember him being bucked off in his life, and word was he killed a grizzly bear with just his pocket knife. He ran down a buffalo and he rode it till it died, and he hopped off and skinned it and made woolly chaps from its hide. Now, they claimed that sharks would swim away when he got in the ocean, and he pulled a loaded train uphill when it lost its locomotion. 3 kids fell in a whiskey vat, and none of them could swim. He jumped right in and drank it dry and saved all 3 of them. Well, they say he settled down some, and he began to change his life once he met Jesus and he met his future wife. He never missed a Sunday on that front row pew. He was the first to volunteer when there was work to do. He'd give the shirt off of his back to anyone who would need it. Then he'd come and help you plow your fields. You'd put away your mule and feed it. Now, I grew up believing there weren't nothing he couldn't do. He could roll a one-handed cigarette while biting off the chew. Now, all the wisdom that he shared with me, I used to shape my life. Like you never kick a dog and you damn sure don't hit your wife. Never give up on the horse that you're trying to ride. Remember, it's a partnership. You want him by your side. Always be kind to children, because you used to be one too. And you remember all the mean things that big folks did to you. Be sure to walk with God. Let the Bible guide your life, and one day, if you're lucky, you'll meet your perfect wife. Look a man in the eye when you shake his hand. With his eyes in his grip, you can size up any man. And never be dishonest, but you don't have to speak your mind. You can keep your thoughts to yourself if they're the hurtsome kind. Okay. Protect your reputation, no matter what the cost, because you can never get it back if it's ever lost. There's so much more I learned from him, and I try to spend my days hoping that he's proud of me, that I followed in his ways. All the tales that I heard about him, I heard from other people. You'd never hear him ring out like some church bell on a steeple. You know, we never knew till he was gone. He was a hero in the war. He had a Distinguished Flying Cross in the bottom of a drawer. We found 7 Air Medals there. He weren't given much to brag. Now they're hanging on the wall with his burial flag. Some folks say my recollection is clouded by my youth, but I'm standing here to tell you every word I say is the truth. Now, I wish I was half the man he was, but no matter how hard I try, I'll never measure up to him if I live until I die. Well, I miss him now that he's gone, the good times and the bad. I guess you may have guessed by now, my hero was my dad. Thanks for listening, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, you're in complete control here. You can make all of this stop. Just leave me a comment and tell me what to do. God bless all of you. I hope you have a great day today.